Tonight, we honor Chuck and Becky Mason, true partners in life, business, and community service. They met in their junior year of high school through Becky's participation in the Melody Maids, a singing group in Beaumont founded and directed by Chuck's Aunt Eloise Milam. Married for 51 years with 2 wonderful children, they happily embraced grandparenting with 4 delightful little ones, now ages 9 to 13. Chuck was president of Mason Construction, a family-owned industrial contracting business, where Becky served as Safety and Human Resources Director until 2013. Although successful in business, the Masons' real passion has been community involvement. Chuck served as president and treasurer of the Beaumont Children's Museum and was also the founding president of the Jason Alliance, which promotes science and math to elementary and middle school students. Over the years, Chuck also served on the boards of Beaumont Civic Opera, Young Audiences of Southeast Texas, Beaumont Community Players, Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, Kaleidoscope Arts Festival, United Way, and the Lamar University Foundation. Becky focused much of her community service on the arts and education, including Lamar Friends of the Arts, Young Audiences, Symphony of Southeast Texas, Beaumont Community Players, Symphony League of Beaumont, and Southeast Texas Arts Council. After serving as a member of the board for a number of years, Becky is currently chairman of the board of the Lamar University Foundation. Chuck and Becky each served as president of the Rotary Club of Beaumont. Becky's tenure saw the building of the 14,000 square foot Beaumont Rotary Centennial Playground specifically designed for children with disabilities. Chuck chaired that design and construction. He served as district governor in 2007, and Becky served as district governor in 2020. Both Chuck and Becky have cherished their involvement in Rotary as a way to join their colleagues to make positive differences in not only their communities, but around the world.
I think for us, it really gets down to the idea of the golden rule of, we want to treat other people the way we would hope that they would treat us. And as I've gotten older, I've also realized that we really have a responsibility not just to treat people that way individually, personally, but we have a responsibility in the community to try to encourage the whole community to act that way. It's not something that just happens. It's something that you really have to actively pursue. And of course, when you talk about the prophetic call, and it took me a long time to think, okay, what are they talking about? And then I remember the prophets in the Old Testament, almost always they were trying to get the people to change their ways, and usually to respond to the other people around them. So.
In addition to the golden rule, I also think about the saying of, to those whom much has been given, much is required. And as we realize how lucky we've been in our lives, and so many people around us have been so lucky, and not everybody's been lucky, and some people maybe work just as hard and try just as hard and try to do the right thing, but maybe they didn't have the breaks that we had.
And so I think anything that we can do to encourage people in the community to think of people as individuals rather than labeling them and treat them as individuals. I think that's really how, to me, is the most effective way of trying to pursue social justice or love your neighbor.
And also being aware of needs. And there are so many needs, and it doesn't take that much to really make a difference.
I'm a project person, so that's kind of how I relate to things. One of the things that one of the larger things Becky and I have worked on is a few years ago when we built the Rotary playground in front of the event center. And as we started planning that, it evolved from from a small project to a big project. But one of the things we found out was that there really wasn't any access for handicapped kids, for kids with disabilities, any place around here. And so we tried to get a couple of parents of kids with disabilities working with us to try to see what are some of the things that we need to do on that. And so we did try to design it around there. But then there was also the question of where to locate this. And frankly, we had quite a bit of pressure. Why aren't you going to build this in the west end of town? Those people that I knew that said that, almost to a person, have come back and said, that is where it needed to be. And but sometimes you've got to, it would have been very comfortable for us to put it in the west end as well. But sometimes you've got to take that, just a small step like that. It wasn't any earth-shattering type thing, but just being aware of other people and what their needs are.
So many people who want to be involved but don't know how or don't know what to do. We need to find opportunities to get them involved and give them the opportunity, because it's just as important for the people who want to give. They get as much out of it, or maybe more, than the people that you're providing the service for.
Chuck and Becky's service to District 5910 and their passion for Rotary are truly remarkable. From their generous gifts to the Rotary Foundation, they became members of the Arch Clump Society, Foundation Circle, and the Legacy Society. In appreciation of their commitment to improve the lives of others and to serve humanity around the world, we are honored to present Chuck and Becky Mason with the Lifetime of Service Award. Thank you for your generous support of the Rotary Foundation and District 5910.